What's going on, everyone? I am just a typical, average American here today to react to 100 of the most beautiful places in Europe. So today, I want to continue watching this video here by Epic Explorations TV, where they've gathered a ton of this amazing video from all these different places throughout Europe that most of us, Americans, never get to see this stuff. So I'm excited to keep going. Let's take a look. Oh my god. this this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, what the heck is this? Pe- People actually live in places like this? Are you kidding me? Is this Earth?
It-
It says Italy, the Italian Lake District. Oh, this is in Italy.
Italian Lake District.
Okay. Um, what? Obviously, I've heard of like some places in Italy that seems to be like a pretty popular tourist destination, especially like when Americans do like actually travel to Europe. Like there's a fair bit of Americans who have like a bucket list, like a dream of traveling to Europe like once in our entire life. And usually you hear like, oh, you got to go to the same couple places like France and like London and Italy is like a country that pops up a lot, but we don't, it doesn't really get more specific than that because we don't really know the different places in Europe specifically, other than like Paris and like London, So I didn't even know there was like an Italian lake district. It seems pretty amazing, honestly. Oh
The
my
mountains
god.
descend directly into the water, creating natural mirrors which change color with the seasons.
Oh my god. This is insane. I genuinely can't wrap my mind around that this is real life for people. Like, I know it's on the screen, I'm seeing it. This is so radically different from what is here in the United States that this doesn't even seem real to me. It's weird. This is like it seems like a movie. It seems like made up. But these are like actually people's houses. People like live here and there's boats and it's insane.
Historic villas and medieval villages overlook the shores, while the Alps protect the region from northern winds.
Who who lives here? Look at this thing. What? Unbelievable.
Lake Como extends for 146 square kilometers, or 56 square miles, with an inverted
Wow.
Y shape surrounded by mountains that exceed 2,000 meters, or 6,562 feet.
This is one of the most beautiful. So it says it's the Lake District. So this isn't like a specific city. Is this just like an a region? Is this a town? Is it because it seems to be like a mixture of sort of buildings and then a lot of actually there's some like open areas and then some houses. People just have like houses. People just live right here by this can you imagine waking up in the morning and like walking outside and this is what you see? I can't I can't believe that's real life for some people. Oh my god.
Its
Uh,
waters reach depths of over 400 meters, or 1,312 feet.
of course you have to have a castle, the most European thing ever. Yeah, we don't even have castles like in the United States. You got look at of course there's like this awesome cat. There's actually a person on it. You can just like go on these castles. I feel like if we did have stuff like this in the US, you would never be allowed to touch it, never be allowed on it. Cuz we people would be like trying to like pull off a brick and like take it home. I don't know. Like we aren't responsible enough to have this kind of cool stuff.
feet, making it one of the deepest lakes in Europe.
Okay. Pretty cool.
Lake Maggiore, instead, is the second in size and crosses the border between Italy and Switzerland, hosting the Borromean Islands with their Baroque gardens and noble palaces.
Look at this. Italian Lake District. I had no idea this even existed. Look at these little islands. The buildings are like touching the water almost. That's crazy. What is this for? What's that? What? What? Huh? What? Um, I think I've made this analogy before. It looks like Game of Thrones. It looks like a TV show to us. To Americans, this looks like a movie. It looks it because that's the only time I've ever seen anything remotely like this. So it's like surreal.
Then there's also Lake Garda, which is the largest in Italy and benefits from a Mediterranean microclimate that allows the cultivation of olive trees, lemons, and vines.
Okay. Isn't Italy known for like wine? I think. Honestly, I don't know much about Italy. Um, other than like you hear about Rome and stuff, but that's about it for most Americans. And so when I think of Italy, I don't know what to picture, and I didn't know there was like all these mountains and things are built on the hills and mountains and in the water. I didn't know there was the lakes. I had no idea it looked like this. This is insane. This is insane. Oh wow, what kind of trees are those? What? Is this a real place?
Ferries have connected the shores of these lakes for centuries, tracing routes that once served commerce.
Look at the architecture. It's just like so European. I don't know how else to describe it in the sense that it's so cool. You guys have like these older architecture, older buildings, historical things, and you can tell just by looking at it, and it gives everything such a different feeling. It's hard to even explain. It's just cool. Oh my god. Okay. Oh. Okay. Where is this? What the heck? Ireland? Ireland. Cliffs of Moher.
Cliffs
Okay.
of Moher.
This is Western Ireland? Oh my
200
god. I had no idea this even. I mean, I don't know. Maybe this just shows you how in the United States we're very sheltered from the rest of the world. Like, we learn a little bit about countries here and there in school, or we pick up things on TV, but most of this stuff, I had no idea this existed.
200 meters, or 656 feet, of sheer rock over the Atlantic Ocean.
Why would you build a path, a road right by the 200-foot cliff? I don't again, it's probably for the best that we don't have stuff like this here in the US, because I don't think we could handle having like a path that close to a cliff. Oh my god.
The waves have sculpted these bastions for millions of years, layer after layer.
Wow, it's beautiful.
The coast extends for 8 kilometers or 5 miles, drawing a natural barrier that has protected the island from invasions.
Right, because it's like literally a wall. It's a cliff. This is like just also kind of showing not just the beauty of Ireland that we don't really know about, but just like the beauty of like a natural wonder of the planet Earth.
For centuries.
You can just walk along this? That is
On
insane.
stormy days, the ocean rises until it licks the peaks, covering everything with white foam.
That is so freaking cool. You can just walk up to this stuff
When
too.
instead the sky
This looks crazy. So, this land it seems to be used for something. It's like sectioned off into different like rectangles and stuff. Or what does that mean exactly? What is this land used for? Because it's cool that it's being used for something. Because it's crazy how it's right by these
is
cliffs.
clear, the gaze reaches the Aran Islands.
Oh my god. Cliffs of Moher. Okay. This is a beach? What is this? Fa- What is this? What do you even call this kind of buildings? These are crazy. In a good way. It's like domes. What do you call all this kind of architecture? This is Greece. Greek islands. I've heard of Greece. That's like that's a good example of like in the US, you hear about places like, oh, Greece. Oh, I want to go to Greece. You hear that like your whole life. You hear that here and you're like, okay, but why? What's there? What is that? Like Greece, you don't even know what to think. You just hear the name so much through your life. Finally, I'm putting a visual to that, and it's amazing. This is Greece a bunch of islands?
Greek islands.
Where is this? Oh, okay, there we no, Greece. Well, I see it on the map. It has a lot of coast as well as islands. Okay. It's southern Europe.
A journey through Europe almost inevitably passes through the Greek islands.
What the heck is this? I don't even know how to describe this. You got all these, like, it looks like very old buildings that we would see in a history book on the side of hills, except everything looks pristine and perfect. And it's on the side of a mountains and by the water. Is this just how things kind of look in Greece? Because this is amazing.
Where the Cyclades and Ionian Islands await those seeking the Mediterranean in its true essence.
Are these houses?
Santorini is what remains of an apocalyptic eruption, daughter of a volcano that exploded thousands of years ago.
Oh, really? I can hardly pay attention to this narrator because it just looks unbelievable. Like, what? Everything is connected here. I've never seen that.
And forever changed these waters. The white and blue houses today climb the walls of the caldera, overlooking a sea that has invaded its crater.
Okay. Yes.
Not far away at Akrotiri, a Minoan city rests under ash for millennia.
You know what it is? It's like in the US, we like carve out things and flatten everything, and everything's kind of boring. And we almost take away the landscape a lot of the time. In Greece, these Greek islands, you guys have built everything in harmony with the landscape. It goes with the landscape, and everything is kind of flows and is connected, and that's really cool.
Frozen in the moment of eruption, as happened at Pompeii.
What? Look at this. No wonder people talk about Greece. No wonder. I've only ever heard of like ancient Greece, That's the only time it came up in school, really. So, but this is modern Greece, and it's amazing.
Mykonos instead lives by another rhythm, with windmills watching over the port, Little Venice extending over the water, and
What? It does extend over the water. What do you what? What?
when the sun sets with bars and beach clubs lighting up until dawn.
And a beautiful beach. No wonder people like this
Further
place.
north, Corfu guards some of the most transparent beaches and waters of Greece.
Europe has some of the most beautiful natural landscapes in the world. It's also an incredibly diverse place, which makes sense. It's all sorts of different countries and cultures, but also just very diverse landscapes that are completely different to the landscapes in the US. This makes the US look so boring.
And then there's Crete, an island that hides stories as ancient as the Minotaur's labyrinth, wild nature like the Samaria Gorge, and beaches where the sand turns pink at Elafonisi.
What? Oh my god. Okay. Um, okay. Well, obviously this is an incredibly long video, like 100 different beautiful places in Europe. I'm kind of chipping away at it slowly, so I think this is a good place to stop. That was three incredible, beautiful places in Europe that I had heard of some of that, never seen it. I had no idea. This is Europe is amazing. Like, and it's so diverse and yeah, it's pretty mind-blowing. Like this is why I think it's good for Americans to like get out of our like bubble and at least, if not go there in real person, see it. Put some visual to the names that we've kind of heard because it's unbelievable. Truly. So I enjoyed this. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, feel free to give this video a like or leave a comment with your thoughts. If you've ever been to any of these places or seen this stuff, or that'd be really cool to hear about. And if you're interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching and see you next time.